Alright guys, so I moved the bed up against the wall. I just want to show you something. There is the drips of water. You guys can see that. So there's obviously a few going on still, and it didn't. My efforts on the roof didn't seem to do much. So we got one here. One here. This setup seems to be catching it and drying it very quickly, which is great. This guy here, whoops, had just a little speck of water in the bottom of it, which is nothing. This one, however, back here, and you can see a drip right there, had more water. So here, let's show you this. So you can see a substantial amount in there. So that's got to go back right away to the wall. And I may have to throw one of these deals inside of there, those super absorbent mats, because that seems to have quite a bit of water. Oh, it just dripped too. Right inside there. So, not fun, guys, to have water trapped above your spray foam roof. I'm gonna say this will be a partial blame to the spray foam company and my dad for putting holes in the roof. Oh, and you just saw that drop. Now, the other one I have to check is up here. So we're going to do that next. Set this ladder up here for a second as my tripod falls apart. Wonderful. We're going to watch out for the electronic air cleaner on the floor here. Johnson & Johnson shot. Oops. Johnson, that was the one down. Okay. It caught a little bit of press for, you know, some people. All right. So there's one right there, directly. You guys see that? Right here. That drip. But it looks like the towel is fairly dry. So this one's like super, this light's super annoying. It won't hold for me. So I'll put my hand up here. Not wet at all, but it's just there to stop it from touching the wood. So pretty annoying. But worst comes to worst, I'm going to throw in one of those super absorbent mats down in that guy there, or swap him out. So this area is wider than that one, so that container, so have to figure something out. All right, so I have here it is here. This orange super absorbent mat I can throw inside that container, and it will wick out the water and go from there. Hopefully no mold starts growing on the rags though. But I assume because they're super absorbent rags that or I'll just leave it. It'll just evaporate. It'll just take longer, well, as it's a pool in there. And once fall comes, it'll really evaporate because it'll add humidity to the tiny house when I start cooking the barrel stove off. So yeah, that's crazy. Anyways, so I'm still waiting for the stuff to cure outside. 12 hours is a long wait period. You can see my spray foam is puffed right up and sealed in everything good. That's nice. And I'm gonna be liking that. So I'm just gonna basically put this down on here. I may even attach the 2x4s to the plywood all in one, because I'll take one of these 3-inch screws and screw in to the 2x4s and through the double layer of plywood, and that should solve that. And then I'm thinking where the corners cut on the plywood, we'll put it that direction for where the foam is. That way it's already pre-cut and should slide in there all right. So I think we're doing okay. I'll just add some more polyurethane to that piece of 2x4 down there, and I think that's all I really can do. And then we'll move this bad boy back in place, tie everything back in, start catching rainwater again. Now I still have to take the filter home and blow it out because it's pretty disgusting, or I can just put it back in once I have enough water, then blow it out with the filtered water, something like that. We'll figure it out one way or the other. So yeah, fun. Alright, so I think that's all I really can do today, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. Waiting for stuff to paint and waiting for paint to dry, literally. It's not paint, but it's polyurethane. 12 hours minimum, guys. That's the recommended, recommended situation that the manufacturer says. So I'm gonna let that stuff tack up a little more outside, and then I think I will be just leaving it like so. I hope we don't get any more rain. If we do get rain, I'll shoot over here later, before it, hopefully, before the rain, and tuck those sheets underneath the tiny house. I doubt anybody's gonna steal them the way they are, but you never know. We got crackhead city going on. Oh man, just wonderful stuff. All right, we'll see you in a bit. All right, guys, so what I did was I set up a makeshift drying station. So I just put the stuff in front on a little platform here, help dry out. Windows are still open. That's all she wrote. So I'm gonna bail out of here because of the fumes. I'll leave the camera because I'll be back tomorrow for more, and I gotta go do a job today, so I'll see you guys later on. Hey guys, so I got the IBC totes back in place and tied in, and actually turned the bypass off, so we will be in capture mode, but I still got to put the filter in. But while I'm in this area here, the shower area, I figured after seeing the damage under the IBC totes, what I want to do is mark the floor across here back to at least back here, to bring the floor up, the subfloor up, and to see the damage in here. Because if I'm gonna just not do anything, there's probably gonna be mold still under here. So from what I saw from the the rest of the deal here. So what I'll do is I'm gonna take this 2x4 and I'm gonna mark an area right now. You guys can see the area I'm going to cut, and I'm going to go to this line here, and we're going to cut along this line to see any possible damage in the subfloor down here before I go ahead and just shove the shower back in place. I want to do some more CSI investigation to possible mold and damaged subfloor like we had under the IBC tote, because these corners were similar. If you guys remember, these corners were both leakers, and so this corner infiltrated with water, and so obviously it'd be a good idea for me to cut in and see what the hell we got down in here. So that is the plan. before I just go ahead and finish off. Now what I did just recently, I spray foam, or not spray foam, but I bleached down inside of here. And once I cut in, I'll be able to see any further damage, like I said. But I'm gonna polyurethane all this wood if this wood is okay. That's the trick. But I'm probably gonna hit at least one stud. Either way. And then I'll have to cut around my foam job and refoam. But I gotta see underneath where this blacky moldy is, and get in and just look underneath the floor, rip out any mold, bleach, clean, replace lumber, replace it with polyurethane coated lumber, and then go from there. And like I said, so the plan is to not insulate this wall. So what I'm doing is gonna get the shower as close into this wall as possible. Now on the shower I have a ABS that sticks out, so that ABS will stick inside this wall basically, and it will travel to about here where we're going to add a 90 degrees and then another 90 degrees to connect to this pipe. So everything will be kind of tight to the wall now, as opposed to what it was where it was sticking way off the wall. And then I still have to add the insulation here, and the wall panels, and another stick of insulation up there. And then I'm going to run all my electrical boxes probably on, we'll find out actually if I'm going to put them inside the wall in here, or this one I can mount all my electrical boxes against this 2x4 at this end cut piece here, and go from there, because it's just ends there and it makes it nice and easy. And then I'll figure out the bathroom layout once the shower is back in place back in here, guys. So I'm gonna, to conserve power, guys, I'll show you the cable. This USB cable that's currently not charging my camera. Here, I'll pull it out. It looks like this. This is the charging cable for my camera. It is gone faulty, probably because of the twists and bends in the cable over the years here. It probably busted one of the copper wires in here. I have to order this section now, the wire. I mentioned this earlier in another video. I didn't go ahead and order it yet, but I'm gonna have to do it now because it's totally failed. And I won't be able to charge the camera, which means I won't be able to make videos. So I gotta get on Amazon and look up this. This is for my Panasonic camera here, HCV 770 full HD. So I'll have to get a cable because time is limited with this camera. So I'm not gonna film this. I'll film it once it's done, unfortunately, because I have no way to charge the camera right now until I get a replacement cable that works. So really sucks. See you in a bit.